Harriet's Florida Kitchen. I'm Harriet, this is my kitchen, and we are in Florida. In early September, still hot in Florida, but all the same, we know it's coming. We know that the autumn and finally winter, which we love, is coming. So today I'm going to do something that apparently is one of the most popular recipes ever published in the New York Times, which is where I do get some of my recipes. It's not a Florida, it may not be a Florida publication, but it's still great. So apparently a woman named Marian Burros, I think that's right, Burros, published this, the New York Times published this in 1985, and it is her original Plum Torte. And it was so popular that they did it every year until 1989, and finally they said enough is enough. They made it in big print, so people could clip it out. They put black around it, and people went berserko. They said, please do not stop publishing this. We love this. And they were kind of grumpy about it. But finally, enough people said, look, for us, this is the beginning. This is like a signal. It's the beginning of autumn. So please get doing it. So they have published it ever since. Now, there's a little bit of a difference between 1985 and 1989, and that is Marian apparently put in a cup of sugar, and eventually, over 5 years, they decided to make it 3/4 of a cup of sugar. It's up to you. It also depends on how sweet your plums are. So anyway, we're gonna make it today. It's super easy, and then I'm gonna have it with friends for dinner tonight. Anyway, we are gonna start now, and you'll see how super easy it is. Now, first thing, you sift the flour. I do it, put a cup of flour in, so you can see once you sift this, you can see how much flour you would have in that. It would make it so much drier if you hadn't sifted it. Okay, I'm going to put that in. Okay, let the butter sit out until it's good and soft. Or if you don't have time to wait, you can sheet and put it in the microwave for about 10 seconds, but you need to really watch it because you do not want it to melt. Okay, the next thing to do, turn this on, and cream it, and then start putting in the flour, a little bit at a time, working in, so that it doesn't fly up in your face. Do that till it's creamed. Okay, I made a mistake. I creamed the flour and the butter, which is wrong. I should have creamed the sugar and the butter. I know my sister-in-law Caroline will be horrified, but I think it's going to be fine. As long as they're all creamed together, they're going to be great. Okay. Pretty good to me. You can see it's nice and creamy, despite the fact that I did it a little bit the wrong order, but I think it'll be just marvelous anyway. All right, I'm going to put it over in the pan and show you what to do with the plums. Okay, now the plums. I asked my man and my vegetable man in Publix what kind of plums I should use for this because these look like they were really a nice size. It says you use 24 plum halves. Well, some plums are this big, so I figured that was going to be like a pan the size of New York. So he said, no, these prune plums will be fine. It calls for purple plums, but a lot of plums are purple, so that wasn't very specific, I didn't think. Anyway, I went looking for my spring bottom torte pan. New York Times calls it a spring form, but Motzi called it a spring bottom torte pan, and she's the one who told me to buy it. So I'm sort of doing this out of order. I cut parchment. It doesn't call for parchment, but it kind of makes me nervous because it also doesn't say to butter it. So I cut up all of the plums. Can you see me doing that? Or maybe you don't care. And got rid of the seeds, so those are gone. All right, and now put in the batter. You may have noticed that I now have a very cool tripod, unlike when I first started doing this, and I put the camera in a kind of a bowl of fruit to prop it up. But Thompson and Joanne gave me one that even has a neck that wiggles down so you can see the food, just like a professional chef. Okay, now spread this around, and it's going to be really interesting. I've never made this before, so it would be very interesting to see how high this gets, because it's not very much dough. But we'll see. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, you do them skin side up on top of the batter, and you lay these around, and I suppose just do them in any particular order. All right, pretty easy to just lay them in there pretty much side by side. Now, You take a little bit of lemon juice and you just kind of spread it around. I would remove the seeds first. That's a good idea. Oh, there's a seed. Okay. That goes. That's not, wait a minute. Okay. Get it out. Oh, a couple of seeds. Let's get those out. Ooh, yuck. A seed in there. Now, sugar. You spread a little sugar. Now, our the recipe calls for 3/4 of a cup. And it just says, oh, sprinkle sugar. So I'm just sprinkling however much sugar I want. So I just put it in sort of a, and it just depends. Again, it depends on how sweet your plums are. But these are pretty sweet. But I don't know, how bad could it be to have a little more sugar? Right? And there we go. Especially since it originally had a cup in it. So what if it's got a little more extra? All right, it's going to be beautiful. Now, I put it into a 350 oven for an hour. I'll be back when we take it out of the oven. I don't mean to be quite that tilty. Okay. Okay. Out it comes. Let's see how it did. Oh, steaming out my glasses. Oh, it looks really wonderful. And look at that, how cool it is. Those, they all went under. They sank. I love this. We'll see how it does. Okay, this is always the scary bit. Here it is. And we've let it cool. And so I'm gonna undo the spring part. So it happened. It worked. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It worked. Look. Oh, I'm so excited. So I don't think I'm gonna undo it from the parchment. I'm just gonna kind of leave it on there. That looks great. Really. That's pretty cool. So now I'm going to cut some for myself. My company can have some later. But let's see how this tastes. Let's see. Okay. And a little sliver. Oh, and I'm so glad I put it on the parchment. Look how nicely that comes up. That is very cool. I'll do a little piece so that I can try it out. Now, tonight, I'm going to put some ice cream. I'm going to put some, you know, I love Bluebell vanilla, so that's what we're going to put. But for right now, I'm going to give it a test just at its very purest. So here is, oh boy. Oh man, oh, it's so good. No wonder it's so popular with the New York Times crowd. Wow. Okay, so plenty of plums. Really amazing dough. And it's just great. So I wonder if you turned it upside down. I don't think it would be any prettier on the plate. I don't think that's really the point. So look at that. That's just so neat. Look. All this wonderful pink juice is all over it. Yum. Oh, well, good. Okay. Well, great. Okay. Well, that's all there is to it. You saw how easy it was. The thing that takes so long is just the oven does all the work because it cooked for an hour. Listen, oh, there's a plum in there. I have to have some of that. So great. Thank you for watching Harriet's Florida Kitchen. Let me see. I think I told you. I can't remember if I told you. No, I don't think I have told you. Don't forget to subscribe. The more people, I already have over 800 subscriptions. I need 1,000 for 1,000 plus 4,000 viewing hours in a 365-day year in order for YouTube to pay me for the ads that they have been putting on for like the last 4 years. And they're very cool ads. They're like Lexus ads and stuff. So you should watch it, even if you have to walk away from your phone or your TV. Just keep it running, ready, so I have all those hours of viewing hours. Anyway, please do subscribe. And if you want the recipe, look underneath this video on the left-hand side. I never can do this right. Anyway, where you'll see the little description and it'll say more ... and then you click on more and that'll open up the page and you'll see bit.ly recipe for Marian Burros original plum tart as published in the New York Times every year to let you know that fall is here. Thank you so much for watching Harriet's Florida Kitchen. Bye-bye.